All right, boys, today we're going to be looking at the tight end position in Madden 24 Ultimate Team. And now this right here is going to be my final thoughts on the tight end position in Madden 24. Obviously, we're going to pick this back up in Madden 25. And if you guys have been missing the daily Dill uploads, check the links in the description. We've been playing a lot of college football Ultimate Team, and we've also been streaming over there as well. But let's get back to Madden 24 right here. Now, the issue was for like a final tier list update. If we go to like mut.gg, right, and we sort by release date, really the only card that came out that just wasn't on the tier list was John Mackey, right? So we obviously, I don't want to do a 2-card tier list updates. So instead, we're going to be doing a final top 10 list. These are just the top 10 tight ends in Madden 24, in my opinion. At number 10 for me, I'm going to have Golden Ticket Vita Vea. So this is a card that does really depend on playstyle too. I think it was a top end tight end when, say, Aiden Hutchinson didn't exist on defense. But now this Vita Vea right here, he is 99 speed, which is nice, but he's 6'4", 347, which is a good, but it's also a bad thing too. For the bad part of it, I think he struggles a little bit on routes with his movement, just given, again, he's 347, you know, he's going to move like he's 347, right? I'm not saying he can't beat man coverage. I'm not saying he can't get open. I'm just saying that's not his strong suit. The strong suit of this card, of course, is going to be that 99 run block rating. And again, you combo that 99 run block with 95 lead block, 94 impact blocking with the 347. Now that's his strength right there. He is a mauler in the run game. And if we look at his abilities and also X factors, right? So X factor, charge up X factor doesn't really matter in my opinion, because you're going to play Aiden Hutchinson on defense, right? But besides that, just base abilities, he gets secure protector for 0, which again, he's a blocking tight end. I would recommend running that. You could also go the post up as well and just make him just, again, even better blocker, but I would definitely recommend the secure protector. Potentially matchup nightmare 2 can help him in the pass game, but I would probably go secure protector, post up, and just make him just an all out run blocker. And yeah, that's why he's making this list at number 10. Now at number 9 for me, we have a somewhat similar card. I could see you flip-flopping these two. And the preference really is, right? Do you want 99 speed, or do you want like a slightly better receiver player model? I would rank them right by each other. It's like a 10A, 10B type situation. That's why Mark Andrews is going to come in at our number 9 spot, and he has 97 speed with 94 acceleration. And again, all these cards are going to hit all the route running thresholds. He also does get all 32 team chems. I don't think it's hard to have a 50 out of 50 theme team right now. I think you could relatively easily get Mark Andrews up to 99 speed, like just a 50-50 theme team, which Ryan Clark, Plaxico Burris, Joe Thomas give ×5 team chem, and then you just fill it in with backups. I think it's doable, and there's so many all 32 team chem cards if you did want to run this card, of course. Now, he also does have 95 run block. Obviously, the lead block isn't as high, but he does have higher impact blocking too. I think they're both mauler in the run games, and I think Mark Andrews does have a big player model, but his weight is a little bit less, so I think he's slightly better in the receiving game. And now for just base abilities, he does get the jukebox for 0, which he won't get that quick juke animation, again, given he's over 245, but he can still stun defenders with this. This still works on, if you're 347 like Vita Vea, can still stun defenders. You're just not going to get the craziest animation in the world. Now, other abilities though, you can go, I don't love that the route tech is 1 AP, but again, you're playing like bottleneck universal coverages. Route tech's not going to really do a whole lot. I would say just backyard tight end bruiser, or bruiser red zone threat for the abilities. So yeah, I think these two cards are right by each other. So yeah, I think Mark Andrews and Vita Vea are right by each other. You could go either which way. I just slightly lean Mark Andrews because I think he's slightly better in the receiving game. Now at our number 8 spot, we are going to have Mark Bavaro. So Mark Bavaro right here, 99 overall. He is 6'4", 245. So he does get that quick juke animation. 96 speed, 90 acceleration. He's a little bit like lower from a physical stat standpoint, which again kind of hurts him, right? Route runnings hits 90 across the board, hits all the thresholds, and he also can run block as well. 90 run block with 95 impact blocking. Lead block a little bit lower, but the run block, impact blocking good. He can run block. And again, this time for Mark Bavaro's abilities, he comes pre-equipped with that tank for 0, which is nice. I like tank, say they're running Avalanche with no Enforcer Supreme. I think that's where tank is pretty solid. Avalanche with Enforcer Supreme though makes tank just kind of not matter, but a lot of people just run Avalanche, no Enforcer Supreme. So that's nice to get. And also other abilities, you can get Jukebox for 0, can get Red Zone Threat for 0, can also get Leapfrog. Again, would like the Route Tech for 0 AP, but again, there is a lot of AP to go around on offense, so you could spend 1 AP on Route Tech, and I don't hate that either. Same thing can be said about Mark Andrews too. No charge up X Factor on this card. The weakness of this card is the physical stats are slightly lower, but I like his player model. I like like getting the jukebox for 0 and what he can do after the catch a little bit more than Mark Andrews and Vita Vea. And now at number 7 for me, I'm gonna have Fan Appreciation Julius Thomas. Now this is a card that I think is really weird. Maybe you have him higher, but I really don't know how to feel about him. I know he's a top 10 tight end in the game. I could see him maybe debated at number 5 for his peak. Julius Thomas, 99 speed, 99 acceleration. So physical stats wise, looks amazing. He's 6'5", 256. Not gonna get that quick juke animation, but has amazing route runnings. He can't really run block. It's a slight little weakness on the card. Like 70 run block at this point isn't really doing nothing. But abilities on this card, okay? This is where he kind of separates himself. Again, does get the charge up X factor. Don't care, Aiden Hutchinson. So he can get everything for 0 AP. So potential things you can run on him. Deep elite. You could go tank, you could go short and elite, you could literally run whatever else you want them. You could go evasive for 0, you could go human joystick for 0, run off elite for 0, give him a little bit of boost in the run game. You could go reach for it for 0, maybe he'll fight a little bit more on the goal line. So there's a lot of customization with this card ability wise. That's his strong suit. His weakness for me is I feel like the abilities he gets, I don't think they do anything crazy, especially when we talk about some of the top end tight ends in this game. He gets the evasive for 0, sure, but like he doesn't get that quick juke animation either, and he also can't run block. So this is a card that obviously at his peak, his strengths are some of the highest in the game, but he also has some weaknesses as well. And now at number 6 for me, I'm gonna have Tony Gonzalez. This is a card with 97 speed, 94 acceleration, so it's not 99, but the physical stats are okay. 6'5", 243. So again, does get that quick juke animation, and the route runnings all hit thresholds. They're all great. Can't really run block similar to Julius Thomas, but this time for Tony G's abilities, okay? I think this really comes down to how you feel about momentum shift for 2 AP as well, because this is a card that could be even higher for you. This is a card that could potentially wipe some of the pre-lit X factors on defense, but also at the same time, basically every card on defense is getting just X factors is built on abilities. So this also kind of loses its value, right? Besides that though, does get red zone threat built on for 0 AP, and he can get the jukebox for 0 AP. He can get secure protector for 1. I do like that, and potentially leapfrog, or again, you could go route tech for 1. There's a card Julius Thomas versus Tony G. The reason why I leaned Tony G was, again, for Julius Thomas, a lot of the abilities, like say they're manned up, like route tech first universal coverage isn't going to work. Short in, not going to work. Deep elite, not going to work. So for me, the deciding factor was Tony G, 243, gets that quick juke animation, can do a little bit more after the catch. That's why I leaned him over Julius Thomas. And at our number 5 spot right here, this is a personal favorite card of mine. I think 5 through 7 is like their own tier, and kind of you can debate, right? So Dalton Kincaid, 99 overall, is going to be here for me. He's 6'4", 240, so does get that quick juke, 97 speed, 97 acceleration, 90s across the board for route running, and also does have 90 run block, 87 impact blocking. So just extremely balanced across the board. Does have 99 pass block, with this rating doesn't really do anything. When we look at his abilities, once again, charge up X factor, doesn't matter, Aiden Hutchinson. And when we look at his discount abilities, he gets jukebox and matchup nightmare for 0. This is just, again, I've loved Dalton Kincaid cards all year long. I would rather use him over Tony G and Julius Thomas. Again, the quick juke, the balance of speed and run blocking, and also he does get jukebox for 0 AP. And now we're in our top 4, and I think all 4 of these guys have some arguments for potential best tight end in the game. And at number 4, we're gonna get it started with Algie Crumpler right here. So Algie Crumpler, 99 speed, 94 acceleration. He's 6'2", 275, so does not get that quick juke animation, but he does have 90s across the board for route running, and he is a 99 run block. Now, what makes this card crazy? Obviously, charge up X factor. Not gonna keep talking about it, but what makes him crazy is Vanguard for 1 AP on him. This is one of the most broken abilities in the game. This is crazy right here. Now, besides Vanguard for 1 AP, he also does get the jukebox and the route tech also for 0. So he gets basically everything you want on a tight end for 1 AP. Just a ridiculous stack, and Vanguard gonna pancake the defense. That's why Algie Crumpler's here. And at number 3 for me, I'm gonna have Travis Kelce. He's 6'5", 260. So again, won't get that quick juke animation, but that's not his strength. That's not the strength of his game, right? He has 99 speed, 99 acceleration, with 90s across the board for route running, and does have 99 run block as well. And when we look at Travis Kelce's abilities this time, again, charge up X factor, but base abilities, gets secure protector potentially for 0, gets Vanguard for 0. So Secure Protector is going to do a decent job versus like the inside stuffs of the world. Vanguard's going to pancake people. So we love that. You could also throw a Yak 'em up on him for 1 AP if you want to, or a Honorary Lineman too. These abilities on these cards are kind of nuts. You see now, like when we entered the top 4, we're now talking about X factors as abilities compared to just base abilities. Now at number 2 for me, I'm going to have Evan Ingram. I think this card, again, you could have him at number 4 and I don't hate that, but the reason why I'm so high on this card, I'll talk about in a second. So he's 97 speed, 98 acceleration, he's 6'3", 240, 90s across the board for route running, 94 run block, 88 lead block, and 98 impact blocking. So it's extremely balanced as well. Now this is not a Vanguard player, but Evan Ingram gets evasive for 0 AP, so he can again get the quick juke. He does get like a bunch of 0 AP abilities as well, and we'll talk about what I would run, but the biggest thing for me is getting double me for 0. This is something that does give you a chance to insta-beat bottleneck press, whether you want to play him as a wide receiver. Like that's where we get into a little bit of like, is this card better than the Van? Because there's also certain formations, alignments, you can't really press a tight end a lot, right? Again, if you play him at wide receiver, he's better than these guys, but as a true tight end, again, that's where we get into a little bit of debate. But I love the double me because again, gives you a chance to in-speed bottleneck. Now besides that, I would go for sure like the route tech on him, probably throw like a slot-o-matic, playmaker, whatever you want on him. You go short in or short out. I would go Honorary Lineman though. I will say that I would go Honorary Lineman, which it's not Vanguard, but I just love this Evan Ingram card. Again, I could see him debated at number 4 though. At number 1 for me is going to be John Mackey. Now this card has 98 speed, 98 acceleration, 6'2", 224. So again, does get that quick juke animation, 90s across the board for out running. The run block isn't really there. Like it's like okay at this point. Lead block, impact blocking are pretty solid as well. When we look at his abilities, right? Comes pre-equipped Vanguard for 0 AP. So it's kind of like we can just throw the run block rating out the window. Vanguard for 0, and also on top of that, can get Secure Protector for 0, can get Tank for 0, can get Truz for 0, can get Yak 'em up for 0. So this is an insane stack. Now, there is one thing I will say. I would recommend spending 2 AP on Jukebox on this card. And I just think with the offensive AP we have to go around, I don't even hate that. And that's why John Mackey is going to be my tight end 1 in this game. But yeah, boys, I hope y'all did enjoy this video, man. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys are looking forward to Madden 25. Also, like I said, if you've been missing some of the daily deal uploads on this channel, we've been uploading daily on our college football channel. We're going to keep uploading daily over there. And when Madden 25 comes out, or we get some Madden 25 news, expect some videos on this channel. Until then, though, we're going to do one last update for every single position, and then we should be looking at Madden 25. So hope you guys are excited, man. If you are, again, make sure to hit that sub button, man. I would greatly appreciate that. But also, if you guys do want to watch the streams live, been streaming on Twitch, check the links in the description. Hit the Twitch with the follow, college football YouTube channel with the sub. But if you guys do want another video to watch as well, check out this one right here.